We're good. We're not good. Oh, damn it.
Why can't you take the scales?
You already know why. You already know why. Look at this. It's beautiful.
I don't know why.
Just watch your way through here. Fudge has some spikes.
That was gruesome.
The ship doesn't swerve when it sees how big the iceberg is. Be strong, Pikmin! Be strong! There are crimes happening under here. Oh my god, there's crimes happening under here! You know what I just realized? Oh, it's off to the races. I'm sorry? I'm sorry? It's a baby! He's got a little pacifier and a like baby hat and he's swaddled in his baby blanket. I'm sorry, Mom, I haven't had a baby. I don't know what they look like. Nothing bad happens, but your grandmother might be disappointed. Grandma, no! Hey, Olaf! What? What? Excuse me? I think you were supposed to do that. I'm going out where they were. Oh, is that a third? Wondering if... Oh, goodbye. Goodbye. I have to go, my people need me. Carousel this year. My second year taking part in my Twitch Partner Oceonax. Oshio is the retro 90s anime magical girl VTuber, and has actually inspired a lot of the stuff that I try to do in my setup with having a gift tuber. May type exclamation robot. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I know my my voice is still a little bit funky, but I'm feeling a lot better overall. So we'll take it. Alright, let me know how the audio levels are. Did you ever make something when you had Sistria play an instrument for you? Yes, I did. Sistria came over and did some berry sax. It's actually the song that started stream today. See if I can't find it. I know I have it somewhere. I know, I love it. Shimmering Frontier. I have to have it somewhere because in order for it to play on OBS, it has to live somewhere. Just wondering if it still lives in download. I do that a lot. Yep, it still lives in downloads. So this was myself, Donut Shoes, and McTastic, and Berry Sax 2196. This is a blend of whatchamacallit. It's a blend of digital and traditional music. Ta-da. Ta-da. And again, let me know how the audio levels sound, if it's good volume. I'm glad it sounds super professional. So one of the collabs that I am a part of this year is a Pokemon collab. I already did Dusknoir. And then this is the other one I've done. I had a background. Yeah. Oh, I probably forgot to save it. And then this is the Harvest Moon collab that I'm a part of. So I have a lot of collab pieces today that we can work on. And I thought that the Pokemon one at least felt like a good warm-up. Congratulations on getting first Sekhmet. I hope you're doing well. Harvest Moon, that looked like Jimmy. Yes! I used Jimmy T for the pose because I liked his dancing pose, but this is one of the Harvest sprites. From Harvest Moon DS, they had Harvest sprites named after each of the planets. And mine is Neptune, I think. No, I picked Jupiter. Anyway, Jupiter has a yellow pantsuit that fades to white. So we've got just so much art that we can work on. I am using a pen brush that Lyot helped me to find. You can see that there's like some texture, as opposed to the normal brush I use for everything, which is pretty nice and smooth. I wanted this one to have a little texture to it. Sekhmet, do exclamation mark join first. You have a little texture. Thank you, bestie. I appreciate it. Let me go back. Click. And then Momdria, I don't know if I reached out to Sistria yet, but I'm looking to do another music collab. And I was hoping that she'd be willing to do some bari sax or some bass, like bass guitar. And if her friend would also like to play an instrument, that would be cool too. Hi, King. Would you like to be a little robot, King? Exclamation mark join to become a little robot. You're very excited. Trombone is his instrument, and he is excellent. I've heard him play before. I know Fudge is also an excellent trombonist. King is also a trombonist. I just haven't heard him play, so I don't know if I should call him excellent or not. What do you think, King? Am I insulting you? I'm so sorry. Tromboners in the house! It's a shame. I think I took down the trombone champ channel point redeem because, the game kept updating and the modding requirements kept changing to be able to do the custom songs. Too many tromboners. Is that even possible, Momdria? Can you have too many? Guys, did you know that Fudge is on a 60 stream streak? You should be blown away by the dedication. Maximum Starbits, Mom! Let's go! Woohoo! Today is your day!
Also, those of us in chat who play Repo, are you aware there's a big old update coming out on Halloween? It's probably gonna break all of our mods, but you know, that's fine. And so we are planning a Repo-ween stream. Bad. Do better. Do art better. Cries and Shrinky Dink. I know, that's probably the mod I care about the most.
You're too slow. You're too slow.
Love you guys. I waffled about what I wanted to do today for a while. Because, like, I don't know, I have a lot of art stuff that I would like to do. And so it gets hard to keep track of it all. And then you ate an Eggo? I was gonna say, that's a bad dad joke, Mom. I don't even know what you're talking about. Lego my Eggo. The Creative Carousel stream today is brought to you by Eggos. Ah, I waffled. Fair enough. But yeah, I was mostly just trying to figure out, you know, what I felt like working on today. Because I do still have plans, like, to come up with more emotions that Redria can do to make my gift tubing a little bit more expressive. And I know that it can be hard sometimes in the moment to sit down and go through the different emotions that I have, but I would like to make more so that I can practice. I started on angry emotion. And that's been kind of sitting for a while. But I have been dumb and brave this year. So one of the things I've been doing is joining art collabs. I have joined 3 separate art collabs. One is Pokemon, one is Harvest Moon, and one is Rune Factory. And it has got me drawing some things that I have never really drawn before. Like, I've drawn Pokemon, but not usually full body. Like, I started my digital art journey doing Pokemon emotes, and that's, of course, just like, you know, drawing a part of their face. So this is the first time that I've actually sat down and said, okay, I am drawing, like, this whole Pokemon. I have to come up with, you know, what is Grovyle doing with his legs? You can see the pen texture sometimes does what I want it to do and sometimes gets a little out of hand from where I was hoping it would go. Again, sorry about the sniffles. some people in the creative carousel are like showing off some of the cool and unique stuff that they work on. Like I watched somebody do some VR like sculpting. And they were sculpting a Digimon, which is pretty cool. Is the music volume a little bit better now, by the way? Or is it still a touch low? Perfect. I love to hear it. Because, you know, you want to find that balance where the music is there, but it's not too loud. I think I need a harvest robot. Can't quite afford it yet. I'm still so bummed that we didn't get to do our Friday stream last week, and we won't be able to do the same Friday stream this week because we're doing Repo. But at some point, me, King, Fudge, and Snake would love to play RV There Yet and share it with all of you guys, because it looks just so silly. I even told Momdre about it, and she's like, oh yeah, I heard about streamers playing that. Like, she's so in the know about the new games, guys. Oh, Sekhmet, did you hear Fudge's awesome news about Final Fantasy? He did! He hit level 100! Let's go! I remember he was like, oh, I'm so close, but I'm out of all of the activities that give me big experience, so it's gonna be such a slog. And we were both like, yeah, just wait until tomorrow. Right. Welcome in, Raiders! The Creative Carousel's here! Woven was actually the artist I was talking about who was doing the VR modeling software. Well, welcome in, Raiders. If you don't know me, my name is Redria. I am a full-time scientist, part-time streamer, play a lot of farming sims, sandbox games, and platformers, and I have been doing a lot of art since 2022, which I decreed the year of art, and I got myself a tablet and Clip Studio Paint, and ever since then, I have not gone back. So today we're working on a couple of different pieces for some collabs that I have. I've done a handful of pieces. There is a Pokemon collab. You can check Blue Sky if you're interested in getting an invite to the Discord to claim a Pokemon. And of course, I had to claim my favorite trio from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. So I'm doing kind of as a warm-up today, working on Grovyle. And then I've got some work to do on my Harvest Moon collab piece. I'm doing the Harvest Sprite Jupiter. And then the Rune Factory collab piece, where I was able to get the protagonist from Rune Factory 1, Ragna. If you are new to the channel, I really like music here. I will probably do the raid song and then also play songs that I collabed with Donut Shoes. I get a feel for how much I like music. To the different scene real quick. There's my button. Hello. This is where I have my little Raider overlay. I'm a hybrid streamer, so I do the VTubing sometimes, and sometimes it's a face cam kind of day. So here is a little video and a song for you, a song that I wrote myself that is a parody of another song you probably recognize. Going and going, raid is showing, Raiders welcome in. Did you pay? Understand you can't stay. Hey, hey, hey. My name is Redria, and I'm a part-time streamer, full-time scientist, and full-time dreamer. Hope you're having an awesome day. I'll lead the way. I play platformer, sandbox games, farming sims, can watch all three. I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Blue Sky, and Twitch TV. Like what you see, there's no need to wallow. Find me again, go on and click that follow. Please refresh streams. Free pronouns they she. Welcome, Woven Raiders. Welcome in, guys. Well, I hope you had a great time with your creative carousel slot. I understand if you do have to raid and run, if you have to lurk. Totally understandable. I know that time zones have been kind of like the wildest thing about this raid train so far. And thank you for bringing everyone over here. I hope you had a great time. And I hope you are ready to continue creating. 2 p.m. for you, so you're fine. Oh, wonderful. 10 a.m. here, so I'm doing alright as well. If you would like, you can type !join and get a little robot to help us with the farming tasks. This is Rusty's Retirement. It's one of the, it's a game that I enjoy having, just like as an idle kind of thing while I'm doing art. Alright. So, I am a Pugstorm ambassador. Pugstorm is the game dev team responsible for Core Keeper. And, I really love Core Keeper. I still keep meaning to go back and finish my, my release playthrough of Core Keeper. King is still waiting for me to be like, yes, let's play more Core Keeper. And I also got to interview Jonathan Gear, who is the composer of the Core Keeper music, and as a little, like, gift to him for accepting the interview, we did a cover, one of his songs. This was arranged by Donut Shoes. It features both digital and traditional music, kind of married together, and it features Donut Shoes on the saxophone, myself on the flute, Fantastic on the trumpet, and Barry Sax 2196 on, well, the Barry Sax. I'm that special kind of ADHD that collects hobbies as a hobby. That was Donut Shoes on the, I believe, tenor sax. That was Mick-tastic on trumpet.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy your lurk, Mom. That's me on the flute. Yippee! I love music. Grab the Rune Factory sound. Yeah, I think that needs to be there. Otherwise, it just looks too weird having like the one arm up here, but the other one down here. Maybe that's even a little... like, it's weird. It's... I think they call them tangential lines, and I don't love it, but... Hopefully no one here is too bothered by my whistling stem. There is a channel point redeem that you could do to make me stop, but it's very expensive because it's very hard for me to stop. So Woven, on top of doing a lot of, you said that 3D was your main kind of like art that you usually do. Do you do much in terms of gaming on stream, or is it mostly just the art? occasional gaming when you have the time and there's a game you want to play. See, for me, that's always. There's always a game I want to play. So it's been more of a challenge for me to find time for the art. Because I'm always gaming. We've been playing Silksong and Digimon Cyber Sleuth. One of my mods, the Queer Note, is a big Digimon fan. They've offered a couple of times to buy some of the games for me if I wanted to stream them. But I'm just mostly worried about time constraints. You're gonna be playing Time Stranger when you have the money for it. Yeah, I think I've seen that's the new one, right? I grew up watching and loving Digimon, and I just kind of like fell off at some point. I think I kind of like transitioned into more of a Yu-Gi-Oh enjoyer because I liked that there was a card game that I could like play and, you know, mimic the show a little bit. But I still definitely had a lot of Digimon toys. The animes were a little hit or miss. Yeah, I liked the first season of Digimon, and then I feel like I kind of fell off after that. Not immediately, but with enough time. Okay, what is going on with this foot? Because it does not feel like a foot to me. Ghost Game and Beat Break are pretty cool. They're the newest ones. Ghost Game is kind of dark and creepy. I do like dark and creepy every now and then. That better? It reads a little better to me. I feel like we need a bit more of a stance. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna help. Hi, Oshio! It's lovely to see you, and it's lovely to be here. Now, if I had a little bit more time to prepare, I would have loved to do more GIF-tuber expressions during my slot. But instead, we are working on some collab pieces. There's a Pokemon collab going on Blue Sky, hosted by, I believe their name is Alexin. And so I got to do my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon trio. And there's still plenty of Pokemon available to claim. And thank you for putting this together, Osho, because I know it is a challenge to coordinate a raid train. I've participated in 4 or 5 at this point. And, you know, there's always going to be some amount of behind-the-scenes stress of, you know, internet not working or someone not available. This one's been going very smoothly. Woven, would you prefer to go by Sammy? You don't mind you get called either. No, that's totally fair. I have some people who are like, oh, I don't know if it's okay to call them Red, and I'm like, Red is what I usually go by. But Redria is also fine. And I have one streamer friend who insists on calling me by my full username every single time. Oshio, we are playing Rusty's Retirement while I'm doing art. You can type !join and get a little robot. I love idle games. We have been visited by the elusive Beanie. Oshio, if you are still here, I forget, you did a playthrough of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, right? Or had you at least started one? I do remember the Vulpix form. You didn't finish it. Okay, no, that's fair. It's quite a long game. Ah, the subathon interrupted it. That makes sense. That was still such an incredible subathon. Started in February and it went on for quite a while. Lasted until May. I was trying to remember if it was May or June. I like that weight. Trying to see if I trust myself enough to get some extra weight added to this leaf curve. I especially love the new Halloween overlay that you have. Like, it makes it feel like, you know, the entire stream is taking place within your universe, and I love stuff like that. Very inspiring, for sure. Looking good. Looking good, Grovile. My pose reference. Hi, Desi. Welcome in. Welcome to the Creative Carousel. Shine Sprite, you got it. If I can find it. There it is. Your turntable of the model's rendered, so you're gonna lurk and get some lunch. Sounds lovely. Enjoy your lurk. And if you're still here, what's for lunch? Whatever you can find in the kitchen, you know, that's pretty fair. I made a pretzel sandwich earlier because I knew that my stream slot was gonna go over my normal lunch. But that's also kind of how I stream when I work second shift. Usually stream at 8 p.m., so this was a very different time for you. I used to stream around like 6 p.m., but then I got put on the night shift, which just means that I stream when I'm able to. But hopefully I can get off of second shift soon. keep forgetting to change my default color to gray. Minimize the eye strain a little bit. Thank you guys for watching ads. I would turn them off if I could. Hi, Truffles. Hi, kitty cat. Baby. We got 2 cats in the household. Truffles, who likes to spend a lot of time upstairs with me while I'm streaming, and then there's Tugboat. People who follow the channel get access to their exclusive emotes, except I haven't made Truffles' emote yet, and my chat is going to riot soon, I think. That looks like a Grovile to me. How do you find this creative carousel? I believe Oceonax on Blue Sky has the schedule, but I am the current stop, and then we will be passing on to Ray Sparks in about 2 hours-ish. And then we will be wrapping up with Oceonax. But welcome in, June. I did a little Grovile warm-up. Alright, so Grovile is done. Now, you go there, silly Grovile. We did Grovile, I did Celebi and Dusk Noir off stream. That I could have my whole trio. And now, Ragna, we have a date. I've called this the year of being dumb and brave. What does that mean? Well, it means I normally only draw piranha plants and Pokemon, and not humans, and not clothing. But I was able to find a Rune Factory and a Harvest... Or sorry, a Rune Factory... Yeah, a Rune Factory and a Harvest Moon / Story of Seasons collab. Join in. And this is helping me immensely with drawing scary humans. Wah! I wouldn't do. Decent Starbits today. Decent. We're taking part in the creative carousel this year. Grab your pin before I forget. Also, you can type !join if you want a little robot on screen. What's the theme? Well, the creative carousel is anyone doing any sort of creative art project. So for me, I did a warm-up with Grovile here. And then I was showing off Dusk Noir and Celebi that I had as well. And now I'm working on my Rune Factory collab piece. Good morning to you as well. Happy Monday, or at least as happy of a Monday as it can be. Nope, you do that one. I think that's a little too high. So today I'm working on drawing humans, which is very scary. Happy Halloween! We're drawing Ragna from Rune Factory. Alright, we're gonna do a clothing detail layer because look at all the details on this outfit. Hi Kitty, welcome in. I hope you are doing well. 11 star bits, very nice. 10 more star bits than would get you in the special club. I am glad to hear that you're doing just fine. Let's just bag. We are still getting over a little bit of a cold in this household. All that to say, make sure you guys are staying hydrated. There's nothing scarier than being dehydrated on Halloween. Kitty, if you would like, you can type !join to get a little robot. I'm kind of trying to get the patterns on the clothes figured out a little bit. Something like that, right? Oops. So, there's a person who drew Mist, who is the Rune Factory 1 kind of, like, shipped wife, I guess, if that makes sense. They put her on the box art, they kind of were like, this is the traditional wife that you may choose in this game. And then, of course, you can marry whoever you like, but Mist was the first and the main character. Other than your protagonist, if that makes sense. So somebody drew Mist holding a basket of turnips, and I was like, I'm gonna draw Ragna eating a turnip like it is an apple. Ruffles is staring at me. She's like, how dare you cough? Don't get me wrong, it's not as if drawing Pokemon you don't have any anatomy to worry about. You can kind of flub a lot more of it and do some rough estimates, and I feel like it hides itself a little better. But with humans and humanoid characters, the proportions seem to matter a lot more. And on top of that, you get clothing, and you get folds, and fabric, and textures. There's so many things you get. And then, of course, with the Rune Factory collab, you also get just all sorts of nutty, intricate outfits and patterns. Anatomy can be tricky. It really is. Oh, Kitty, did you see my warm-up from today? I did Grovyle. Kitty does a lot of Pokemon art, actually. And so, like, I shouldn't be out here saying that it's easy, because it's still not really. But there's just something about drawing humans and humanoids and clothing that feels a lot scarier. Don't draw humans very often. I used to not draw humans very often. Actually, I used to draw humans all the time, back when I didn't care what anatomy looked like. Then I started caring what anatomy looked like. I do like that. So some of the other pieces that I got to work on so far for these different collabs. One was Ray from Harvest Moon Magical Melody. And of course he's catching a fishy. One was Carmen from Rune Factory 3. Didn't mean to pick 2 fishing characters, but it just kind of happened. And this was definitely like one of the hardest pieces I've done in a while. And then we have Basil from Harvest Moon Friends of Mineral Town. You're gonna catch a fish. It should work now. I had to reconnect my Twitch account to it. And so then I've also done 3 Pokemon. Usually when you draw a human character in Art Fight, they're doing a straddle jump. And that's a pose that you're pretty familiar with drawing, right? So it makes sense, you know, to pick a pose that you get comfortable drawing. You draw those often. Physically doing one, on the other hand, well, I'm still trying. Trying is all we can do sometimes. See, I'm kind of trying to pick different poses each time I draw a character. Some of them are a bit more dynamic than others. This one's pretty, you know, standard. Leaning against a wall. Holding up a little snack. This one's a little bit more fun. A little funky fresh. This one was pretty standard. Basil was pretty standard. Then Carmen was very dynamic. Because again, we're just kind of like trying to try new things this year. Figure out what we like in our art and what we want to change about our style. Thank you for lurking, Sophia. It's always funny to me when I start trying to move my mouse and I'm just like, why is it not going anywhere? That's because my stylus is sitting on my tablet. Oh, you got him, kitty. Great work. been too cold for you to go to the park for your usual art stuff, but maybe sometime soon I'll draw on the front porch. Seems like a pretty good compromise, I would think. Because yeah, it has gotten chilly. Feeling really good about this progress. I've been meaning to just sit down and start working on this. And it's been a little bit of a challenge. But I also, you know, I get so excited about working on one piece, and then I see a different thing that I could be working on, and ooh, I want to work on that. If you were going to take part in a creative carousel to show off some of the cool creative stuff you can do, what would you showcase? I'm sure Kitty would do gymnastics. Or maybe chalk art. Of course it would be chalk art. Well, it's a good pick. I'm glad that I can whistle while I work. I don't know if I would ever want to do just a plain whistling stream. Like, I feel like I'd want to be gaming or doing some art or something. Talk art is definitely your creative endeavor of choice, that or creating word puzzles. I have some amount of gymnastic skills, but I wouldn't say it's much of a creative thing. Well, it could be. No, that's fine though. You can jump, though. I guess that's not a very well-kept secret. No, it is not. I know that you can jump. So yeah, I actually do think that I have this a little too blocky. Shockingly. That's better, I think. You're not even good at cartwheels yet, though. Well, that just means you need to practice a little bit more. I don't know that I would ever have a stream set up where I could do a cartwheel on stream, though. As much fun as that might be to show off. Outfit is coming together. I'm very happy. 'Cause again, why are these clothes so complicated? I usually just hide the sketch layer when I'm done, but I kind of want to clean this up as I go to, like, prove to myself, you know, I'm doing it. This looks good. Oops. Practice them this year. Going upside down has always been scary. You don't have a good place to practice them indoors. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do cartwheels indoors, huh? They really liked triangles on his design, huh? They're everywhere. Oh, yeah. Favorite song, let's go. You know what's scary to me, Kitty? I didn't even know if I wanted to work on this piece live on stream. I was that kind of like uncomfortable. Of just knowing that people would be seeing me work on it. Getting watched can be pretty scary. I mean, it's just, I don't know how to explain it, because usually I don't get stage fright. Even when I was playing flute in, band and had solos, like, I didn't usually get too much stage fright. But, I don't know, it's just something about... I'm already doing something that's outside of my comfort zone by drawing humans, and then I'm also putting extra sets of eyes on me. Speaking of eyes, you wouldn't dare. You would. Thank you for looking respectfully. Oh no, he's upside down. Great work, Kitty. Bean Juice Supreme. feel like I should go get more water. But I'm working on art. Which tells me that I am, in fact, going to go get more water. It will be right back. Drinktober. Gotta stay hydrated. Alright, guys, I'm back. I will have a brief phone call in a couple minutes. And truffles. Oh, you're such a... if we can't make this a little bit more angular. A nice relaxing tune from... Should be getting a phone call here shortly, so I will be muted. Ivan. I'm back. Sorry about that. I had an interview on Friday, and the recruiter wanted to kind of touch base and see how I thought it went and give her some information. But it sounds like they're not interviewing anyone else, so that might be a good thing for me. Again, I don't have an offer, so I'm not gonna get too excited. It's still a shame. It will be a bit of a risk because it is a contract position. But I'm just at that point where I could use a change. I'm not super duper happy being on second shift. Thank you, Sekhmet! Again, no offer yet, but I'm glad the interview went well. I was saying that I felt like I kept accidentally saying all the perfect things, and I don't know how that happened. But it was like, I would talk about some of the stuff that I did, and the person I was interviewing with, like the person leading the interview panel, would be like, oh my gosh, that's huge. Anyway, I'm very happy to be here to get to work on some art, ride this creative carousel once more. And this is planned to be an annual thing, so I'm super looking forward to doing this again next year. And so Friday we're gonna do a big old repo stream. We might break into 2 lobbies of 4. It'll depend again on how many people we have, because a lot of our mods are probably gonna not function right after the update comes out. Honestly, we should try to we should try to do roll call already, because we know what we're playing. And we know when we're playing it. But I definitely want to extend some love and support to anyone who's out there job hunting right now, because I know it's a very tough market right now. In the industry I'm in, they're doing a ton of, like, short-term contracts. And, like, it's hard to feel like you find something that's worthwhile. So I'm proud of anyone who's currently job searching. Whether that's you, Sekhmet, whether that's Boom. I think you said that you were waiting to hear back from your former employer. And Fudge even had an interview last week as well, so I'm excited to hear back. Yay! But yeah, I'm excited. We'll be playing some repo. Thank you for the hydrate, Kitty. You're probably gonna call them again today, but if you don't hear back by Wednesday, you're just gonna apply fresh to that target there. I mean, it makes sense if they're dragging their feet that much. Oh my god, yay! Boom got the all clear to start. I know that she was waiting on the whatchamacallit, background check to come through. That's awesome! The only reason I'm kind of sad is because, I won't be able to pester her to play Played Up with me at the drop of a hat anymore. Congratulations, Boom. Semi-bots are coming to Fortnite. Did you not see that from like 2 weeks ago? And how haunted it is? It looks so awful. They're like uncomfortably tall. There's no stretch channel point reward here, so you're not doing your stretch shenanigans. Well, I'll stretch anyway. Also, don't forget, if you, you did not see it, well, skill issue, I guess. Also, if you're still here lurking and enjoying your stay and you want to become a little robot here, it's !join. It does time you out eventually to make room for more people to cycle through. So sorry, I'm extra sniffly today. Oh, these boots are looking good. Even Ben knew. I am ashamed. You should be. Love you, bestie. This is coming together. Nope. Oh, I love him! Honestly, this is probably the ballsiest claim that I did, because Ragna is, like, to me, the face of Rune Factory. And I was just like, I want to draw him! I'm scared, but I want to draw him. So that's what we're doing. These both biofuel bots? It looks like they are. Whoops! They're so freakishly tall, Sekhmet! It's uncomfortable! Lunchtime for you, so you gotta step off. Take care, kitty. I will keep up my gymnastics practice just for you, okay? Well, I am proud of myself because I was very afraid that I was gonna not work on Ragna today, and he's due on November 2nd, so, like, I really want to get the line art done. Like, he is my focus. But let's see, what other games do I have that I want to play? We still have Clover Pit to play. I got a key for Cabin Factory to play. I did get a key for Ela and the Frosty Glide, which is a platformer. I still have Mika and the Witch's Mountain to play. Wander Song! I do have Wander Song to play. I still have, Undermine to play. I'm trying to finish up some of the keys that I have been, so graciously given before I start, like, a new long-term game. If that makes any sense. And then I want to finish Rune Factory 2. Oh, and Dennis gifted me a little game. What's it called again? Marsh Paradise something? Paradise Marsh! And it looks really, really cute. It's a little, like, bug catching kind of game. So if I can fit that in this month, I would love to. Seems nice and autumny. And, you know, I'm still not tired of Palia, so I'm gonna keep playing Palia on Sundays until I get tired of it. Which, of course, is cutting into my other gaming time, but, you know. The heart wants what it wants. And it wants to scream about getting plushies. Ask Fudge. Oof. Look at all this space we have now. The plushie collection fever is real. It absolutely is. And I have had some absurd luck in Palia. And I did actually have a huge amount of fun playing Fish Stick Protocol. Glitchiness aside. I feel like that could easily fit into our lineup of community gaming titles. Time to add your eyebrows. Very excited for when Meadow embarks on plushie collecting quests with us at Palia. I love this. I still have a little bit more detail work to do because, oh my god, look at this chest piece. Aster, come on! I like calling him Aster because that's what I named him, but canonically this is Ragna.
Drink up, lovelies.
Thank you for the hydrate, Jazz. Hello. Beebles, hi. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the sub. Oh, you caught a rubber ducky. That's so stinking cute. Seems like you guys have been enjoying Pokemon Legends ZA pretty well, right? The wave was actually something that Oceonax inspired me to make. Today we are taking part in a creative carousel raid train hosted by Twitch Partner Oceonax. Shiny Pokemon everywhere. Can't relate. Simply can't relate. I am being silly. Beebles, we have Rusty's retirement here at the bottom of the screen. If you type !join, you will become a little robot. You were looking for this the other day. Yes, it's called Rusty's Retirement, and they actually just had a fall update. You couldn't for the life of me remember the name. Well, we are the Cool Gamer Retirement Home, so anything retirement related, I latched onto it simply from the name alone, and then the game itself was also really, really good. So our little retired robots can help out on the farm. !join. We'll let you be a little robot on the farm. There you are! I wish that I could change the cooldown period, because after, like, I think 30 minutes, your little robot decides to go chill back in the storage shed, and you have to join again. Oops. I'm on my eraser brush. So today, we are doing some art. I'm working on Ragna from Rune Factory. I did almost all of this line work today, actually. And we started with a Pokemon warm-up. This one. We did Grovyle today to join our trio. And then I have been working on Ragna ever since. Well, I knew he was going to take most of the stream. Yes, I had to do Pink Celebi. I'm a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon fan through and through, so Pink Celebi, for me, I know it's the shiny Celebi, but it's also the Celebi from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. And then I claimed Dusknoir for the same reason, because I wanted to do the trio. But I've joined a lot of art collabs this year. A lot. I've been partaking in the Bokumono Anniversary Art Collab, which is us drawing every single Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons character between now and next August. And by us, I mean any artist who's interested in participating, really. I always appreciate when art collabs don't have, like, you know, an audition. Because some of the ones I tried to join when I was younger on Tumblr, well, they did have auditions, and I never got into any. And that definitely had an impact on me trying to, like, go on my art journey. But on top of the Harvest Moon and the Rune Factory collab, there is a Pokemon collab where the goal is to draw every single Pokemon between now and I think the 35th anniversary? Question mark? And I think I found out about it on Blue Sky, so you should be able to see information about it on my Blue Sky. I'm still getting over the tail end of this cold, but I am feeling so much better. I'm looking forward to a couple of streams this week. I won't be able to stream Wednesday at my normal time. I'm actually working first shift that day. And then I have a birthday party to go to. That's why I'm working first shift. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do the texture on the, like, plate part. As, like, chest piece. I could do it in... Like, I think I want to do it in line, but I think I don't want it to be black. I think I want it to be, like, a dark brown. Yeah, like, look at this. This is... I don't want this to be in black. I feel like that will take a lot of the extra detail out of it. That makes sense? I don't know. I think I want it to be thinner than that, too. it is just about time for us to send this creative carousel off to its next stop. But I'm very happy to have been able to be a part of this again this year. Thank you again, Oceonax, for extending an invite. Alrighty, let me grab the name heading on to, I believe, Ray Spark. But I just want to double check to make sure it's not Ray Sparks. It is Ray Spark. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for joining me today and for being able to work on some art together. Great way to start my Monday. I'll be posting my stream schedule maybe later today, maybe tomorrow. But definitely look forward to Repo stream late Friday night. We're calling it Repo-ween. At least I'm calling it Repo-ween. Thank you for being here, Beebles, and thank you for everyone who came through with the raid train. I haven't played Repo in a little bit, so this is gonna be a good time. We have a special raid message for today. Go ahead and copy and paste the special raid message. We will go say hello to Ray Spark. Ray uses they, she pronouns. And is also joining in the Creative Carousel this year.
Repo-ween, yeah!
Alright, guys. Keep going and growing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!